Hi, I'm David Moskowitz of Equities IQ, and today we're fortunate to have the CEO of Alliqua Biomedical, Dave Johnson. Alliqua Biomedical is an emerging healthcare company focused on the wound care space. Dave, thanks for coming by.
Thank you, David.
So Dave, why don't we start with you offering us your vision of Alliqua Biomedical. Who is Alliqua, and what are you guys attempting to accomplish?
So first of all, Alliqua, as you know, David, is a NASDAQ-listed company. A market cap just north of $100 million, and we play in the advanced wound care market. Our vision, it's to create a suite of technological solutions so that wound care practitioners around the world can have world-class technologies to deal with the complexities of their chronic and acute wounds to make better impact in patients' lives. That's really what our vision is all about.
And when you say a suite of products, can you just, for the people watching, explain what you mean by a suite of products?
Yeah, so David, if you really think of the wound care market and what a wound care practitioner deals with every day, and these are amazing people, quite frankly, they're really trying to do three things. And this is a very simplistic terms, but think of it as this. They're trying to manage drainage, they're trying to manage infection, and they're trying to re-epithelialize a wound through natural substances to be able to truly close the wound. And as we look at any one technology can't do all three of those things, in our belief, we'll bring enough technology platforms that a wound care practitioner, no matter at what stage they're in, can call Alliqua Biomedical and know they'll have a world-class technology, efficacious in nature, with a tremendous economic value proposition. That's who we are, and that's what our vision is, David.
So you have tremendous experience in this space, Dave. You are the CEO of Convatec, which is one of the largest integrated wound care companies in the world. So tell us, why come to Alliqua, and how do we think about your experience as it pertains to the business opportunity?
Yeah, so I was honored to be the CEO of Convatec for many years, David, and you know, this was a tremendous business which we grew during the time I was there from just over $600 million to $1.7 billion in revenue. And our largest division was our wound care business, which grew exponentially through that same period of time. And we did it through some organic growth, we did it through some tuck-in acquisitions, but what you learn by being in this field is it's one of the most fragmented spaces in medical devices. 6 to 7 companies represent 50% of the global market share, and hundreds of companies represent the other. There's this tremendous opportunity to handpick the world-leading technologies and put them under one umbrella. That's what we're trying to accomplish at Alliqua.
So Dave, before we drill down into the merits of the business and the prospects, let's talk a little bit about the macro. What are some of the trends and drivers in the wound care business, and how are you aligning Alliqua toward those trends?
This is a large marketplace. A lot of people don't recognize how large it is. We estimate it's approximately $6 billion. That's from as many independent sources as we've been able to get. And I say $6 billion in the areas that we will be targeting. And it's growing in the mid-single digits on a year-over-year basis. So it's a big market, it's a growing market. And when you think of some of the macro factors that are impacting this market, we have, unfortunately in society, a higher incident rate of diabetes. We have a higher incident rate of obesity. We've got this demographic shift that we're all getting older. And then finally, you have this incredible challenge of managing the infection problems that healthcare institutions continue to have. All four of those factors play very well into the wound care environment. So large market, growing market, and most likely accelerating as the decade continues.
So the management of wound care is a growing problem around the world?
It is a growing problem, David, and for all of the reasons I've just discussed.
And Alliqua has products to address that?
We do. So, you know, today, and this isn't the end, this is only the start of our technology platforms, but if you think of one of the comments I said to you a little earlier, managing drainage, managing infection, and managing the ability to re-epithelialize, you know, examples of that would be our hydrogel platform, and SilverSeal in particular, targeted for wounds which have dry or very low exudate management, and have the either infection or the fear of infection. It targets very nicely into that sector. Our Sachet S from Sorbion is for high drainage wounds, so getting that drainage off of the wound and then trapping it in so that there's no further maceration. And then finally, in April, we'll launch our BioVance product. This is our decellularized, dehydrated human amniotic membrane, which really, I'll call it, jump starts the ability on the reepithelialization through natural sources on the scaffold. And we're excited about all three, but as I say, it's not the end, it's only the start of our continued technology platforms.
Got it. So the Biovance opportunity sounds exciting. It's a new product launch for you guys. You talk about reepithelialization, which I imagine is the wound closure side of the equation. So tell us about that market. Why is Biovance important? And again, just take us a little bit through the technology, what it is.
Sure. So first of all, if you think of that $6 billion market, today the skin substitute or regenerative medicine space represents approximately 10% of the market, but it is growing at approximately 15 to 20% a year. So today one would suggest it's the fastest growing market within the advanced wound care segment. So number one, we're in a space that's growing. And the reason it's growing is the continued data from companies and technologies that are out there is suggesting that this has an ability to help wound care practitioners and help patients in an area which is costing society huge amounts of money in the healthcare system. So with the continued data and science that's surrounding these products and technologies, with the continued infiltration, I'll call it, of great companies like Celgene, who we've partnered with, and a leading biotech company around the world who's now come into this space and partnered with us, this is the kind of dynamics that will continue to see this space grow as time goes on, and we're pretty excited to be a part of that.
So let's focus on the selling strategy, Dave. Talk about the team that you've built and how that's evolved or evolving over time.
So, I think one has to look back to May of 2013 where we had no team whatsoever. And I say that it demonstrates how quickly we've been able to build a commercial footprint in the United States. So today we have more than 40 independent agents in 32 states around the country selling our Sorbion product and our Silver Seal product. We are in the process of hiring 20 direct salespeople who will be targeted towards similar indications around the country, and they will be 100% dedicated for Alliqua products, and all of that really getting underway in the second quarter of 2014. And then combined with our distribution strategy, which has been to sign agreements with great organizations like Cardinal Health, Owens & Minor, Medline, and McKesson. These are world-class distributors which allow a customer who wants to buy our product to ensure they have it warehoused and they get it in the following day so the patient can use it. So, in a very short period of time, we've developed a pretty nice commercial footprint which can be impactful as we move through 2014.
So beyond executing on your current product portfolio, Dave, what's in store for Alliqua from a big picture strategic standpoint?
We think we have 3 tremendous platforms today, but we'll need to continue to grow that. And so both through internal development, but quite frankly in this business model, looking at accretive strategic transactions with other partners will continue to be a big thrust for us through 2014 and beyond.
So for the people watching the interview, can you just give a recap on what we can expect from Alliqua over the course of the year or several years?
So growing organic growth, continue to build in the regenerative medicine space, looking to expand our technology and product portfolio into areas such as regenerative medicine, areas such as infection control, and other interesting new technologies which continue to hit the wound care marketplace. That's what they need to look at. They need to look at this management team's ability to execute in the market, and we think we have the right team to be able to do that.